Hi there. So in this lesson, we're going to take a look at accompaniment number 2 in the grade 1 ukulele syllabus. So if you want to just turn to accompaniment number 2 at the back of your book. And this is part of the exam where you play along to a melody that has been recorded. So it's a little bit like your rhythm study, except you're playing along to a melody. So to start off, what I would like you to do is take a look at each of the chords. As you can see, it goes D, A, G, A, and then the second line goes D, G, A, and then A7, and then you have to repeat that, and then you finally finish on a D. So before you begin this lesson, before you begin sort of looking at the rest of the video, make sure that you're familiar with the fingerings of each of these chords. If you're not, go to the front of your handbook and check those out and become familiar with them. So as a little warm-up exercise, what we're going to do is we're just going to strum through this chord chart for the accompaniment, but just to keep things nice and simple, at the beginning, we're going to just do 4 down strums in each bar. So for example, when we start on D, we'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, then A, 1, 2, 3, 4, then G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to count in after 4, and we're going to play this through twice, and then we're going to finish on a D chord just with 1 single strum. So here we go after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the start. G, A, A7, then 1 strum of D. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is practice just being able to move between the chords nice and fluently, just as I did, and you can rewind this video and play along with me until you start to feel comfortable with that. Now what I'm going to do now is we're now going to try and play along to the backing track, or to the audio track, and just using down strums. Okay, so first of all I'm going to do it just to demonstrate, and then I'm going to play the melody again, and you can then use that to practice. And of course at any point you can play along with me as we go through this video. Just to explain the format of the recording, so you'll hear the melody 3 times, and the first time is just really a practice, so you can just practice that, and then once the melody is played through once, you'll hear another count in. It'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, then the melody plays through twice, finishing on a D chord. And it's, if you were in the exam, it's the last 2 times that you're actually marked on. The first time, the practice time, you're not marked on. Okay, so here we go. You can play along, you can just listen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go again.
3, 4.
Back to the start. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just play that track again, and you can play along yourself. Okay, so here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so hopefully you got on quite well with that. If you didn't feel you did well enough, that's okay. Just keep practicing this chord progression, just using the down strums until you get your chord changes nice and fluent. So if you feel comfortable at this stage, we can now move on. And what we're going to do is talk about the strum pattern that we're going to use, because we want to do something a little bit more complex, a little bit more impressive than just the down strums for our exam. So if you just take a look now at the first bar, we're just going to take a look at the end. I'm just going to take you through the strum pattern that I would like you to use for this first bar. So it goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I'll do it again: 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And it allows you to take you through that in terms of the up and down strums. You go down, up, down, up, down, down. And again, down, up, down, up, down, down. Now the good news is that I want you to use this strum pattern for all of the first line and also for the first bar on the second line. So we're just going to try and do that now. So I'm going to play all of line number 1 and the first bar of line number 2. So you can strum along with me if you want. Okay, it goes like this. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 3, 4. That takes us then to the G chord, the second bar on the second line. And with this strum pattern, we're going to make it a little bit simpler. You're just going to strum 2 strums that last 2 beats each. So the first strum goes like this: 1, 2, and then the second one is 3, 4. So you're strumming on the number 1 and the number 3, or the first beat and the third beat. So I'll do this again. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just practice all of line 1 and the first 2 bars of line number 2. So back to the start. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, feel free to rewind this video as many times as you need to practice along with me until you start to feel comfortable with this. So the third bar on the second line is an A chord, and the way we're going to play this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's quite busy, okay? And so it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just maybe we just want to practice that for a while until you get comfortable with it. So doing it quickly: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're now going to play all of line 1 and the first 3 bars of line 2 to try and put it all together. So it goes like this: after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so finally then we're going to take a look at the A7 chord, and we're going to do exactly the same on the A7 chord what we did with the G chord on the second line. So it's just 2 strums, and we go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try and put this all together from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I would like us to do now is play through this twice, just as we would do in the exam, and then finish on that very last D chord, and on the very last D chord you just need to do 1 strum. Okay, so let's talk our way through this. Okay, so after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all that's left to do now is play this to the actual track itself. And again, what I'm going to do, as you know already, we hear this melody 3 times. The very first time is just to practice. So the first time I'm just going to do down strums, just to get into the rhythm or the timing of the track. And then when I play it then the further 2 times, that's the time that I would be examined. So I'm going to use the different strumming patterns that we've been working on in the lesson. Okay, so here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So hopefully, if you want to, you can rewind this and play along with me. Hopefully you were playing along and having a go at it. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back and relax, and I'm going to play this melody again, and allow you to have a go at it yourself. So here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Keep practicing and keep playing along to the track, and I'm sure with a little bit of practice you'll do a great job, and I'll see you in your next lesson.